There one caption where it says, produce a bomb in your kitchen. Me Golanula protect this Laila Islamic Jihad to make bomb inside your kitchen. I will give you the recipe, I will give you the process, you will make the bomb. You take a one at any supermarket, at any university, you will kill Muslims and innocent people in the name of Islam. When Islam not give that permission. Radicalization don't invade this communication tool for use today, especially with the Muslims, for the propagation of the truthful message of Islam and the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see, I know you like online. I said, when I say I know the introduction, the time we don't done, I get 2 minutes. So the balance, we will watch it now. Now MCA and we will listen. Now Ahmadiyya Radio Board and Ahmadiyya Radio Freedom. But pornography doesn't mean that the business don't spoil the internet. Radicalization don't spoil the internet. Gambling and cybercrime don't spoil the internet. People in this day, they don't find a machine. By body power, they get your account number. By the same relation at the bank, now drive the bank will drive you. People in this, they get your credit card number. All the big shopping centers, they will shop there at your expense. When you slot your card, you can't go tell you, nothing all that inside it. All that will happen inside that street. Today, the waterman business, it don't slack. The Holy Quran is telling me, say, we for hold ourselves like a bamboo. The Holy Quran is called me Bani Adam. One of the spiritual family of Prophet Adam. One of the people that want to believe in the Tawhid of God. Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, can show me say, the best way for do good in this world, that for do good to waterman, let's say, that you bamboo. When you tell you good morning, you tell them good morning. You for parsley. You forgive the first person for telling them good morning. You for parsley. If you don't tell them good morning, you go tell them say you will die. Now so the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today, when you go inside house, Papa told my young corner, Mama told my young corner, Auntie told my young corner, Mother told my young corner, the waterman relationship don't damage. Psychologists they say because 90% violent information they inside this stream here, so video games, video films and other ones, and they destroy the beginning mentality. All this violent life when you see beginning, we act on them, if we begin them, they don't get factory inside them, then watch them when they produce cocaine and rum. Because the only they behave, lions don't behave so much. Lions are very wild and gross animals, but they only kill for it. Lion, if you're fool, you will claim on top of it, you know, you know where they look this. For most of them, they kill for pleasure. All these are the bad things that really happen. But recently, we don't know vaccine, and I'm glad the government minister there too. Because he got blessed and say, you know, to politician. We don't know now, say, through this digitalized media, so we're able to read election. So am I in the need for campaign again? If I get expert IT engineers then, I register a political party, on a campaign, all on a campaign, we'll just tap, only results from our own way. One president in the world today, they say for him and get plaka. The latest theory on social media, and also say people in my country, we don't keep on do because the greatest nightmare of the 21st century, when I also did it, if we are called not to make one. So, this, now the bad thing already happened. But, when we hold the master, Hazur, they organized a strengthening hand. When they go to Australia, on the 18th of October 2013, he been giving some advice there. In Friday summons them, in discourses them, in lectures them. He can always talk about the use of internet. And one thing I can tell you the parents then, whether from Nigeria don't understand, and other parents they don't understand, he said, when I'm not taking a parent, when I'm picking like a prophet, if when I see the day, on the laptop them, or on the desktop them, or on the computer them, or on the smartphone, or on the tablet, when I'm not taking a picking like say, then a prophet them, when I go spy or see what anything. When I go guide, when I picking them. Una no left them in the day, now una picking the hand. Satan now una prime enemy and he use every given opportunity to seduce una and pull una from the Sirata Mustaqim and make the Jahannam full of. And the Holy Prophet Muhammad don't tell me that the hadith. He said, and show me in vision the Jahannam. He full of pink Arjana, MC so say if you have a hey, then you read the entire. So, if you don't want to forgive 1 or 10 people, the way they pull up inside Jahannam, so say the Muslim with the law, Hazur say, when you begin then at the internet, watch what you begin to do, guide you begin in digitalized life. In the end, I know we will talk and become a 2 minutes done. I will just give you some verses then, where Hazur say, we as Muslims, we will read them, it will help we, to let we know how to approach this medium here so, and we will use them instead for the propagation of Islam. That start guru, that Indian traditional religious leader, what they tell you, he said, in a blame, Satan and apostles them, where they know full this medium here so with pornographic information. He said, no blame them. We will say, they behind God, we fall your hand, we fall, we put in the room, and I open space where all man can use. Then don't go there. He says today, let we outside with Russia. If then they put 1 bad material there, let we put 10 million good material there, and within a short time, now goodness will don't pull up inside it. So Hazur say, if you get on a pen and a paper, you look inside the Holy Quran, chapter 17, verse 54. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 2, verse 187. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 61, verse 3 to 4. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 1, verse 6. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 3, verse 111. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 25, verse 73. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 33, verse 71. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 2, verse 149. Inside the Holy Quran, chapter 7, verse 201. And inside the Holy Quran, chapter 48, verse 30. I hope, say Almighty Allah, will give you all, especially we, who lay behind the promised Messiah, Imam and Mahdi, his strength, the mind, for take the leading role and sanitize the internet. May God bless you. Nare Takbir! Nare Takbir! Hazrat Mustafa! Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa! Salam! Salam Madinah! Ulama Makki! Khidmat Insaniya! Nare Takbir! I will tell Mr. Yusuf Kome, Bapu, thank you. Mr. Yusuf Kome, now a volunteer missionary. In Papa, Mama, grandparents, all do not Catholic Christians. But in Papa, they believe in humanity. In Bapu Peking, he gave them free education, he teach them, he train them, he like them. So God began the payment in this dunya that you all big between God, take on and make a Muslim, let free the people and call the people to one God, one Allah Almighty. So Mr. Yusuf Kumin and that wonderful scholar, wonderful missionary, and wonderful Ahmadi by the grace of Allah. May Allah accept in sacrifices. Sometimes from morning up to 1 o'clock at night, it is studio, in our radio, in our MTA television, record the programs. And in energy no to done, energy no to finish. More you talk, more wisdom you get, may God bless thee, may God bless you millions of comments to spread the message of Islam. Now, we get the last speech. This today's program, I will some announcement, some poem a day. We have a good day, inshallah, in 1 poem a day and 1 poem in Hindi. Then all three, 2 of them, and one other make 3. We will take 1 poem in Creole. Before that, we get speech about the prayers, about the ibadah, about the supplications. How Muslims are connecting themselves with the own loving God. We beloved Khalifa, we beloved Master. We don't want to deliver about 2 sermons this year and last year about Salat, about prayer. Luckily, we get the blessing of our brother from UK, Dr. Zahid Khan Sahib, who is a wonderful scholar in UK Jamaat and volunteer for the Jamaat, professionally medical doctor for the well body of the teeth, a dentist. But every Ahmadi for learn Islam, every Ahmadi for the scholar. So we will request Dr. Zahid Khan, may he come and deliver the speech
about the importance of the prayers. And since this is a very important speech, we request Kasise to translate in Hindi, and also we request somebody also, Mr. Maulvi Muhammad Latif Bhaiyan, to translate in Malay when this part is taught, when it delivers the speech. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اتل ما أوحي إليك من الكتاب وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. Most respected Mr. Chairman Amir Sahib, Amir Jamaat, Sierra Leone, most distinguished guests on the head table, distinguished guests from Sierra Leone and from around the world, my dear brothers and sisters, it is indeed an honor for me to be among you and a great privilege to be addressing you on a subject that is so important for each and every one of us, whether he is young, whether he is old, whether he is a man or whether he is a woman. This is also, as I found out, the theme of your conference. Because if you look at the program that you have in front of you, the logo is on As-Salah, the prayer. And also on the backdrop that we have on the page, this is the primary focus, the actual reason what we must think about in this JALSA SALANA. We have listened to a most eloquent, faith-inspiring address before you by Brother Yusuf Coleman. A most eloquent address. My address will be not as eloquent as his. But he has talked about all the ills of social media. But the good thing is that I have the answer how to remove all of these social ills from our society. And I hope that what I shall share will become practical part of our life so that we can see the society around us become pure, become clean, and become peaceful once again. A few days ago, I was back in London in my clinic working when respected Amir Sahib telephoned me to say that if I would speak at the conference. I hesitatingly agreed, and the only reason I agreed was because the Holy Quran says, Atiullah wa atiur Rasul wa ulil amri minkum. Obey Allah and obey His Messenger and those who are in authority over you. We are most fortunate to have an Amir who looks after every interest of our life. He looks after the interest of every person in Sierra Leone. And therefore he felt that this was a subject that we should discuss together so that we can change our life. Importance of prayer. So obeying the Amir, I agreed, and I hope that what I say will be of some use to each and every one of us. Let me start by explaining Salat. As you know, it is a pillar of Islam. A pillar is part of the foundation of a building. In this case, it's the pillar, a foundation of our beautiful religion of Islam. Along with the other pillars of Islam, the kalima, the zakat, the fasting in a month, and the pilgrimage to the house of Allah, all the pillars are equally important. And we cannot become Muslims if we forget about the importance of each and every one of them. If one of those pillars becomes weak, we see cracks appear in that pillar. It puts more pressure on the other pillars, and gradually, one by one, surely all of them start to crumble, and with that crumbles our faith. So that is why each and every one of those pillars is of extreme importance to us, and something that we must always bear in mind. Salat, however, the prayer, is very special for many different reasons. For instance, the other pillars have some conditions attached to them. For instance, fasting in the month of Ramadan, Allah in the Holy Quran tells us that fasting in the month of Ramadan is not compulsory on everyone. If you are sick, or if you are on a journey, or if you are unable to fast, then you do not have to fast in the month of Ramadan. Similarly, for the pilgrimage, there are conditions that if the passage is not safe, if your health is not there, if you cannot afford it throughout your life, then you do not have to go for the pilgrimage to the house of Allah. The same is the case with zakat. There are some conditions, and only if you fulfill those conditions, you have to pay zakat. Prayer, salat, is different. There are no conditions like that. Each and every Muslim, as I said, young, old, man or woman, it is her responsibility to make sure that they are regular in the worship of God through the 5 daily prayers. If you cannot say salat standing up, you can sit down and say the salat. If you cannot say it sitting down, you can still say it by lying down. So Allah has made these provisions that no matter what your physical, medical condition is, salat has to be always performed 5 times a day. My dear brothers and sisters, there is another reason why this pillar of Islam, salat, has so much significance to us. It was in the 5th year of the prophethood of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the command for Muslims to observe prayer was received. It was given by God Almighty. It was given in some very special circumstances. The Prophet ﷺ was taken on a spiritual journey to Miraj. He was taken by the angel Jibreel. He was taken to the heaven, and he went step by step from the 1st heaven upwards to the 7th heaven. And at one point, even Jibreel could not go beyond that point. And he said that I cannot go beyond this. But the Prophet was to go beyond that, the seventh heaven. And it was there that our dear Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was alone in the company of God Almighty, that he was given the command that Muslims should pray. They should pray 50 times a day. That was the first command that was given at that time. The Prophet ﷺ then descended to the sixth heaven, where he met the Prophet Musa ﷺ. And he asked the Prophet ﷺ what command had been given to him for the Muslims. The Prophet ﷺ replied that God Almighty Allah has said that Muslims should fast 50 times a day. But Moses said to the Prophet ﷺ that your ummah will not be able to do this. So you should go back, you should request the Prophet ﷺ, you should request Allah Almighty that he should make something easier for them. So eventually Allah decided and it commanded that Muslims need to pray 5 times a day. But those 5 times a day will be like 50 times a day. So the reward that one will get will be like saying 50 prayers during the course of the day. So this pillar of Islam is special from this very reason as well. Whereas the command for all the other pillars of faith was given very much differently. So that should make us understand that this pillar of Islam, because of all of it, the Prophet ﷺ, to his companion, how did he explain the importance? He explained it in very simple terms. He would tell them, can you survive without food or drink? Will your body still exist if you don't get food and drink? Because the body cannot survive without food and drink. And he would tell them that the same is the case with salah. Your soul cannot survive without the salah. It becomes dead. So that is the importance of salah, is to keep your soul alive. And he used to tell them that a house in which no salah takes place becomes a deserted place. It becomes like the graveyard. It becomes dead. So our houses, in order to keep them alive, we must make sure that we say our salah in our houses as well. The Holy Quran in many places it describes the importance of salah. And the verse of the Holy Quran that I recited, I will just use that as one simple example. Allah says, recite that which has been revealed to thee of the book, and observe prayer. Prayer surely restrains one from indecency and manifest evil, and remembrance of Allah is the greatest virtue, and Allah knows what you do. Chapter 29, verse 46. Today, around us, not here only in Sierra Leone, but around the world, as we have just heard from our distinguished speaker, Yusuf Komisar, there is evil around us. We see that everywhere today. Even the Honorable Minister for Health and Sanitation yesterday, he talked about the problems in society that they are encountering. And he talked about the punishment that people found guilty of these crimes would be sent to jail for a long time. But I believe that prevention is better than cure. So we have to prevent people from committing those offenses in the first place. And as the verse of the Quran describes, that salah protects you from indecency and manifest evil. These are two of the evils that we find in society today. A Muslim has to take precautions. He has to keep clear. And it is only salah will protect us from these wrong things. Because 5 times during the day, at small intervals, we have to prepare for the salah. We have to perform the salah. And after that, we have to contemplate as well. So it pulls you back at regular times from during the day. It pulls you back from anything evil that your mind might be thinking about, because it is the time for the next prayer. And that is how prayer protects us from indecency and manifest evil. This is a great benefit of salah. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he also used to beautifully explain this to his companions, because he asked them once, if one of you had a stream of water at the back of his house, and he washed in that 5 times a day, would any dirt be left on his body? The companion replied, O Prophet of Allah, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, how can any dirt be left on one who washes himself 5 times a day? So the Prophet explained that this is the case with prayer too. One who performs his 5 daily prayers, there can be no dirt left on him too. This is the most effective way that our Master, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, used to explain to his companions. Let me explain it from another angle too, because man considers what is important to him is the life on this world. This is what we find generally around the world. So that when someone receives an invitation from a king or a ruler to attend for an audience with him, that man is overjoyed. He's very happy. He prepares himself. He makes sure he is presentable. And he makes sure that he attends that audience with the ruler on time. He makes full use of that opportunity. And at the audience with that king, he makes his requests of his needs and hopes that the ruler will grant him his wishes. If you are invited back, you prepare and you go again just as happily as you did the first time. But we know that there is another majesty, another Lord, not a Lord of just this world, but a Lord of all the world. He is the Rabbul Alameen. To him belongs the power, and his power is not limited, and his treasures can never be exhausted. He too holds an audience, not occasionally, but he holds an audience every single day. Not once, but 5 times a day. And we are all invited to this audience. This is the beauty of Islam, that we have direct connection, relationship, communion with the Lord, and we do not need a translator, and he understands all languages. So why do we miss this golden opportunity? We must run for that audience and then take full benefit of the presence, of our presence in front of the Lord. We all stand in need of things, and when we have the audience, it is then that we have to ask Him. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. Thee alone do we worship, and Thee alone do we implore for help. This is how we ask of His help. Allah says, فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ. Therefore remember me, and I will remember you. What a great thing it is that the Lord of all the worlds, He remembers each and every one of us who remembers him. Salat is so important, and like all other deeds, there are two angels who are recording our actions on this world. And at the day of judgment, when we are called to account before God Almighty, it will be Salat on which we will be judged first and foremost. If that is, then we will be successful. So that is something that we must always bear in mind, that we prepare not just for this world, but we prepare for the hereafter. The promised Messiah and Mahdi alayhi salam, he was sent in the latter days according to the prophecies of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He came to once again present the true teachings of Islam, the beautiful teachings of Islam which man has forgotten. And he gave us the teachings that our Master, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, had brought for them. He said, the Messiah Mahdi alayhi salam said, I have been sent so that the big gap that has appeared between man and Allah, I should bring that man back to his Creator. That bond, that connection, that man should re-establish that connection with his Creator. And the most effective way of reconnecting with Allah the Almighty is through our salah. This is why he said that my community should become regular in their daily prayers. And only then can we be considered to be different and better than other people. In these last 3 days, we have spent time together. We have heard faith-inspiring addresses. The previous speakers, starting from the Friday sermon of the Imam, through all the speeches, Salat, the prayer, has always been mentioned because it is such an important part of our life. I will miss the sunshine, but what I will miss even more will be your smiling faces. I will miss your kindness, the kindness of our respected Amir and his family and all the duty holders of JALSA. How you have given me honor wherever you have met me with smiling faces. But one thing that will make me happy, overjoyed, is that you not only remember the importance of prayer, but you bring a change in your life and you become irregular in your 5 daily prayers. This, my brothers and sisters, is the true jihad. This is the jihad that the Prophet ﷺ has told us about. Not the jihad that we see in many parts of the Muslim world, misinterpretation of Islam. But this is the jihad. We must cleanse our bodies, we must cleanse our souls, and we cleanse them through this important institution of Salah. I started my speech with obedience, and now comes the practical test. Are we truly obedient or not? Our beloved Khalifa, may Allah strengthen his hand. If you remember, in the last almost 16 years, every speech, every Friday sermon, every address, every class that he takes, what is that subject that he discusses? Every time he discusses about Salah. Because this is the passion. This is what is in need of today, is that we become regular in our Salah, in our homes. We teach our children. Sometimes it is the children who teach the old. Sometimes it is the man who teaches the wife, and sometimes it is the wife who teaches the man. You must encourage, help, assist each other to make sure that we become regular in Salah. The Khalifa loves the people of Africa. He loves the people of Sierra Leone. And his wish is that Muslims, Ahmadis here, as elsewhere in the world, become regular in their bond, in their communion, in their direct link with Allah the Almighty through the 5 daily prayers. We have prayed together here. We have prayed Tahajjud prayers together. But as soon as we go, then we should not forget them, because then we will be amongst the losers. If we are to be successful in this life and in the next, whatever we have learnt here in these 3 days must become part and parcel of our life. If we want to make the world a more peaceful place, then for the entire mankind, then we need to reconnect with Allah, and this will be through prayer. But our prayers have to be done with the proper dignity and the proper way of doing it. Once a companion of the Prophet ﷺ was saying his prayers, he finished. The Prophet said to him, "Go and say your prayer again." The man said his prayer again. And the Prophet ﷺ said to him for the second time, "No, go and say again." And for the third time. He said, "Prophet ﷺ, I do not know how to pray, please teach me." The Prophet said, "Your prayer was too quick, it is not worthy of acceptance. You should pray slowly, and then it will be accepted." So this is the type of prayer that we must do. So this is my message to you, that prayer is the food for our souls. It is the way we will survive and become successful. May Allah always help us in this jihad. May we always be obedient to Khilafat. May we always be obedient to the Amir here, so that we too are successful. And then only then can Islam spread, and the true teachings of Islam will spread throughout the world. I hope that I and you will join together in this jihad, and that we will always remain steadfast, dedicated to the institution, so that we can continue to flourish and expand throughout the world. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
تكبير! تكبير! هذا محمد مصطفى! هذا محمد مصطفى! إسلام! إسلام! إسلام أمديس! إسلام أمريكي! إسلام أمريكي! خلافة أمديس! خلافة أمديس! أمديس سلاليوس! خمسة سلالة سلاليوس!
So I request Assistant, the President of Minority region, to present brief summary of the speech given about class.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى ال محمد وسلم. Akeraka owu bana yebe kanoi labon prati dayi mo panga kasali what's up kutori su kupali kasali kino ka kur kama takma Islam samaj ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ola ben patai mula pamu muslimi okay kasali kapatia kada tak amane malom achesole maka kamane maka sabi yimoi kawe zakat yimoi kawe maka yimoi kawe fasul ona matanka amir abali watiske yema kama shale suno okay ka Islam rokol kachi okay matan ka amane ne abala atiske kare kasali abala kilo atiske ki okay oye anta kana ka koro makai wa atiske adu baraka ngapi ka koro maka adu baraka ka de baka yin kuma dare an ko atiske ki Come there, Jacka, Tabaraka, Deputy Buffet, the Baraka, Arema Hule, and put something there in Santanale because of Hotel, Ayaka, they go here, who will ever Yaka. Yapka Sosike, Moroma, Kani Yangan, Moroma Kasali, Moroma Mapaya Maja, Kofasu. I only saw you him there, look at you come and you are Mamu. Oh, you the value to ski. Okay, Kasali Gas is cakey. Começa, tu chamar, essa nome dele, como ali, no Tunísia, ali, sabe só o que como te sali. Quando cara sumou ma ansamna ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam Jibril. Olhe básico, o que kai sama chambileru no come, se cobão, moromai, nem nada. O qual foi, moroma, é que te vê, o qual cascase. Aqui só que se não deve, aí ficou, que para canela, nunca o pai de Bíblia como, nem ninguém dá como, o pai de Muhammad como, o pai, a permissão como ele, o pai, o tas, a coisa que a gente sabe que se puder, cansa mais do como. Moro pri, o tempo daqui, olha de Musa, olha de Salam. Como pai de Musa, o tas, dá com soco, onde que foi, cai, a papai, o pai. Mereka bilang, oh baik bosok kediri. Kau pergi mana? Oh ni ni asal ni kan ni. Ni nak kamu boleh kamu kau mati kamu. Kau pergi masuk mana kamu? Kau pergi ni mana dia? Kau ni, oh kau pergi apa suatu saya ni. Asal tu sebelah sini support, masalah 50 lepas. Kakak ikal mori kali, kau pergi di Musa. Kan dia kami di kawasan dia ni. Kau apa? Acara kita kau suami. Kasih sudah selalu propose kakak suami, kau kakak ni nak? Apa nama baru nak beli? Rasa tu kita kakak cakap sama. Oh, betul selalu tu sama tu. Dia kalau kau kasih, ada mana masa selalu cakap selalu propose, nama suatu. Oh, ni tu salah cakap paling kasih sekarang ayat kusaran, oh berapa, oh ni tu kamu bekerja jauh. Lepas kasih tuan, orang yang kerasuh kepai, anak kekasali, malam mampus sekarang berani, kesempalan ni kepet, kaya anak kota ni, jika you acai fai, aku tanpa ngasih sekarang berani. Sesuai kepai, dia pemula berkasali, kesempalan saya membagi, dia kepet separa, tapi mula musa ni, lupa rasa yang subah. Ni yang dulu sih kamu orang kamu, apa dah buka? Dia semua cecah nak kamera satu ini kepai, maju hurang dia maksud ini, wallahi belas kau orang kau. Jika ni pakai kamera, tu maka saya mak bumi, jika seorang tu mana saya selom, kakak yang kamu pakai kamera apa maksud itu? Dia bukan cara, kalau kau ngai, kasali asli. Dia pun cara kepai mak kau sali, hari ni mana kau yang saya selom, saya pun sebab saya mah, bukan kamera kepai, mak kau sali asli. Kaci lokor kaci, bila esok kau yang masih mana kau masih. Ia berlaku macam-macam. Kau kan dia kerasuh, kepai, anak kasari mang selama nak kau pergi. Ki ada pagi, mana Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, kamalom, mereka ni asai bangun ni, kau pani kasari, dia tu berbal temui, baru ni mau bakal lampu. Yosef Koraya, ocen sebu kori sama secara so. Oh ni kasih so ni nak kau, kan saya bapa bahasa tu nak kau, oh angin mau kasari. Oh kasali manusia, tapi mula kita kasali, bisa mati. Ada nakoni kan kapuna Islam ni, bahasa kita kan sesuatu. Kaci, produksi kepai, anda mata Ahmadiyah. Sesuatu cara Imam Mahdi. Kalau pun sebab sumra, kadang dia, kalau lagi, mula masuk ke kalpusi Islam. Jika kalian terus mula mai, optimal kasali. Macam dia, anda mungkin sekali lebih kesalikan hukum. Sesuatu Imam Mahdi dia kadang, tapi mula macam dia kau ni cukup kan Imam Mahdi. Kalau macam ni mula mai, maju nak kesali kau finawati. Dulu macam, mai kesali kadang orang kau cari kepai, baru bermoi, mau ni kepes, anda mana lagi? Dia bukan piara pani, dia pergi dia hamil dengan masa seorang yang suci. Oh, itu soal kan saya senang. Islam ka sa dina ku shaba lepi muno nti ya sadiya ko ku ngashi mu ku shaba ngashi mu fa mu fi ashe so ne ba dina kanga ku shi tanga mashi mu mashi kama chori shi ko ka ku pati anu yeso to ka ka ku ka ku mashi mu assalamu alaikum
wa alaikum
Allahu takbir Allahu takbir
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Kini Dr. Zahir Khan Sahab biyate ewe ongedi kama mkutana mwendeye mungam. Hala ekatilo adila yake yatawi kini Mr. Yusuf Kome ewe edidi kọlu nyamuna kini nani we ndoji mwape a social media kwa palele kini edamanugata ya dipa ti ye gaindi di jamala ya sasa ye hayo ya fale ayamino ade ke mu ami amoya doya salon lo migi ye tomawa me nani we go sa apia mo ba dipa kiye na apia ma doya preva ke jamanu mesia mu doya jun ye ndawa na beba no breke agiro agi fale e ye teji apia gwe wa ba ko we ade so far sa adiga mai ke awa ya call me say go ni ina dini ya ayi tumilia ko we o api kai bi goma ye ayina goma mai elai ma call me say ka gulu ni na tama ajo oposura al ankabut ai ye no kele gogo mahunwe sema na goma mai adina ye ke say walking na we water ajiga rodama na we wa yuri ye ka bodisi agama agwama buku ye be amama say ye ababa say ta ana to we amama mai gaufa bile ke ya kana nyamusia ya o ama ye giba agwama ye ta na hinde ye dingwele ele de pe ye onima so agwata bo bile ro ki ma goro kila wai sasino adira yake behi lapa wa ya gama ajiwe jamandi selo ko wa ma ko we owa eye pe gama mujaka salani junu ye no fele bo go ma unpu ma we se junu fale ta go ne gwe no fele ke e wa ma ye ma ko mi ye so ki ma lo so fi agwe ye pe ni alilo program idima fabe yesofiki adio na yo ngopwa bo ma wa ina wo soma stage ya kanya adio ro ori sofiki ma ye jire ga le go ma ye yenge makini ya London awati amin bolui ke ego ma mo ina ko we owa ayepe mo conference ti ja se jun ye alumino for kagbe o ma go ro be bale ye ago na adi mma hala sana adi mma ye ke no bele ke adama amwe mo da amwe mu jamaji ko me elai ma lo ye te yon ye hanya na we ayi bi na sa pe hali ye pada lo ni di gun fue gon sa lo bi di ye kana mma mo ma ko we mu tete ga piba wati bileke awati mana nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ba kisikana masalona miraji yema ye kini shel gibiru ma ke gibiru ta lo ale age yego awati lima ye tumu ina ida ma ke gibiru ta iyagu ale ta fiona ta mana nabi ba kisikana masalona kana ale yàrá yìí gbọ́ máa yẹ àpẹ́ sẹ́ẹ̀lá so àwọn tí náà mọ̀ gbọ́ máa yẹ yẹ jẹ́ máa wíjì lè gé àkọ́ọ̀rọ̀ fàádé jìmá náà ẹ̀wọ̀n lókèlè gbọ́ máa ń fún gbọ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ gé yà sẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀wí náà ẹ̀wọ̀n má géègù gé yẹ wọ́n ṣe òun náà anábì Musa alayhi salatu wa salam àdúmọ̀yìn kí a ọgbọ́n lè ràdùmá yẹ̀kẹ̀ nínú àwọn lẹ́yìn gbọ́ máa yẹ ìjàmà wíjì ọ̀la àyè yà yàbòdè sẹ́fà kẹlẹ́rẹ́ ye bo bere wa ma na di ni abie
ye nyala bodesa ye jamawi na o to de me aseba le opu ka ye fifima sana na wenu pele bo ma fu ye se bubu kale yama ma kuni go go ma ye kama to le mu butu no wa ko na le ma woni ke ba kusuma eye awa ali ka ye ta bo go ma ye kama ko ne ni nyambo disa e so guma bona go ma ye ajini lolu ye lolu na ewe yo anani musa ade lo ma ye kai amakende ga ye yita ga ofio na ma ba kale ye lo ni dida di ma na ye bo de ta ma ngo de ta ma ke fa na lo di de mo de ta ma ata piba awat no ne na ye lo ni na gi na mo mo bo le ba fa da lo di je awe na ma so ago a kego le gi lo ke lo pe lo ogo ga anu ke le bo go ma fu Anabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam lamino onge amwe ye ayi buku aba sabe se aye pero so gama wati yana anayewe atuma amwe ye adere bi nyama anawe jeno yima arami biabia de ma wela ye ja yi ye ba mo na imalo rufuma ye ma no bi aro ma ka se pete de ta o ma no ego oroma ye hilo na sei ana ye sei ta anawe adami mo mu bia be sei wie ga imalo rufuma ye de be ye jaima ye hina ngoro mai agbobuma ma no na kini aboma akwabuma ye pawe ana ayama sei guru mi ana pare adiana muma ye para loli ye nyadego kowe mu maduwe ye pelima yatana dema muma ndaye kena adema muma ta me ajiro ye na yewe devule tebe adami mama mwe dunu ta me ajiro ye anawe oboma lu ye ga na yewe mahi agie kowe bu foguma wela bo agie ye bia pina ọ̀pọ̀mọ̀ ló máa yẹ̀bú kọ́ ní ẹ̀mú ayẹ̀ràwà yẹ nílò yẹ́bẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ bá kò ní ẹ̀yẹ gọ́mẹ̀ ìgbà sáńbẹ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́ ní ẹ̀bùmá yẹ̀fà yẹ̀bá bẹ́ẹ̀ sùfà lọ kó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó máa ń gbé mí yà yìí màá gbọ́ ọmú yẹ̀fà kọ̀nẹ́rẹ́ mú yà fàdà lọ́ọ̀lì bí yẹ mà mà gbẹ́rẹ́ kí kúkọ̀ mú fi yẹ mú màdúró yẹ mà yẹ ẹ̀mẹ́wẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ayà yẹ màmá yẹ kúkọ̀rọ̀ yẹ kahuna ye paina eye boe ko yo pesiale ye kaso mi ena ye fana sana de mama te ba kusuma sabe kini eye te mu gana ye bere disi la ka ne na ko solo je ta na we ye pe wi ji go apia wa ye te ba ko lu mu gana sana ajio ye sana mali alayhi salatu wasalam on gaga amwe kiawe na we baba go ma egeyi e ko lo ya dun sa kama ye so me ajo adami mama go go yo abo gini go ma yi o we ko we ayama omo lu amu pase mu na mama mu ni go ma yi gama ye na ba go ma yi go ni ga ye ta na de mo ma ke ta na ya mama dan se ta go ga ayama ge ye abi na UK fa ye na agba mama kana afuira obama bi panda ma na ewo a efu bi roma bi mu roedun eya ma ye teke na ewo tebo fuina enje ma roedun ye kana na ewo obama ma kana je na mo bele amade mo bele roedun se e bi gomi ye ge mo ye na ewo ma ke agi ke gomi na mu ke ga agi to pe na mu ke ga ma ye gorobo wa ga yama kana sana de mama ye kalife fon puma wesa gohu kusuma bele kama mgama ayatelo ko sola seina ye tade mama dai le tade no ke yina mama bele eduma no ye mawo be sayele ma ye mo ko bi amama be be sayina le ambaw kule sayiya go obo mama fa assalamu alaikum wa sallallahu Takbir! JALSA SALANA Leone! JALSA SALANA Leone! Takbir!
We tell Bahutain to the translators and Dr. Zahir Khan Sahib Dr. Zahid Khan Sahib, we are proud of Dr. Zahid Khan. He is an African because he is born in East Africa, I think Kenya. So now humble, now brother, now family. So for this reason also, we like Dr. Zahid Khan very much, and he likes Africa and all the Africans. We are best we all. We got one very distinguished guest here. Now, I request the leader in Amadia, big leader, Mr. Ayukumana Pange, let me introduce the guest.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome.
As Ali Sir don't say, we get somebody in a very important person. We miss. This is a person we begin during the opening session. I mean, on Friday they begin but we begin for one go back and Freetown for other official engagements then, and he come back. He don't come back today, and he didn't win this is a person we don't work at the United Nations. In fact, he don't retire at the United Nations now, and he didn't have Freetown. That person we na Haja Mari Monye, and in the work of the Honorable Minister Dr. Mori Monye, the Minister of Mineral Resources. Haja Mori. Honorable Dr. Mori Manye, before he turned to Minister of Mineral Resources, now be a very powerful lecturer at the Jala University, and the same way they call it Jala University College, and happen for be grateful and humble for be one of the students there. Now be the man we will be called the English white man because of the way they talk. And the mission, they pray say God Almighty will give wisdom now a new assignment as the new Minister of Mineral Resources. Assalamu alaikum.
Really, Haja bin David we, since the minister not in country, he go visit outside Salon. Haja bin come for respect Islam and respect the Muslims and the Jumu'ah. It is a Friday for opening session. Then the family issue, even if something happened, even want to go back to do it quickly. It don't go. Yesterday I talked to him. I say you don't attend the opening prayer, and very important. But closing prayer also is very important, closing prayer of the JALSA. Even some Ahmadis and they are so much busy. They never miss opening prayer and closing prayer. So you will come for the closing prayer. And I mean, feel they can man here naya. I don't know if you can please don't. I know about 1 hour like come naya. But today I will be really surprised when I will know it is already in Freetown now for settlement of the formal arrangement, the family arrangement. But since I have been telling yesterday, you know, I will come. So you don't come now from Freetown straight this morning, just for the sake of Allah, for the sake of An-Nabi Sallallahu and Muslims and brothers and sisters. So we pray may Allah bless the minister and our sister Haja Mani. Now we get two brief goodwill messages. First message, this now we JALSA SALANA and a theme now Salat Ibadah, the worship of Allah Almighty. Every era when the reformer comes, it can connect the humans with God. And say Namazi Islam, it don't come in this era. As the humble servant of Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, as the humble apprentice of the Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, let it connect every human with God again. You know, in this era, the humanity, the Muslims, they love God. Humanity as a whole, they belong far from God. If we know about Pakistan, India, about that subcontinent and many countries, in that part of area, in that part of dunya, from the Arab world. They worship the graves in Pakistan, in India, Bangladesh, so many countries. Some graves are famous. That is that grave you go to Bana, you go to worship. Then through the blessing of the man who gave down, and then you get politics. You get the food money. You get the food entry, you go to parliament, you get the big position. People that go, cook food, they change the shirt every time, they clothes on the gate. Then they don't go far from it. One God, the God of Muhammad Sassan, don't introduce it. The servant of Holy Prophet Sallallahu don't come. In Africa, we thank God. God protect me, we not worship the graves. But what the thing that they did, you tell Rabia, you do Navati, last moment Navati. For go diamond, get the diamond, go write somebody, get somebody money, 5,000 pounds, you write something for paper, go down, photo now, you found, you can take it diamonds. The money, you know, it is one small diamond for instance, but the life for a big one. Different type of shirk, different type of problems that people can